Hi guys, how you doing? This is yours faithfully, Monde, and today I want to trial out a bridal look that I am going to most likely or possibly have for my wedding day. I'm trialing out some looks on myself first because just in case I don't find a makeup artist that can work with my skin tone, I just want to be careful. And we'll do a little bit of a chit chat whilst we're doing this. But I just wanted to go through the word a bit. So I was kind of reflecting on Luke 6:27-28, which says about loving your enemies and do good to those people that hate you. Bless the people that curse you and pray for the people that mistreat you. I don't know if you guys have seen on TikTok, there's like a video that's going viral about some girls who've pulled up to one of their friends' houses, so their friend basically blocked them on every single social media, is not answering their phones, and she only recently just had a baby, so they were suspecting that she had postpartum depression. And they were going to her house and they were playing Girl by Destiny's Child, and it kind of made me think like, oh my goodness, like, you know what, sometimes with friends you just have to give each other grace, because like there's sometimes that somebody would be going through something and they now take that out on you, and you don't even know that there's actually some other internalized issues that they're having. And basically just to give people grace as you go along. So with that being said, let's start this makeup look. I'm going to start with some primer, e.l.f. Power Grip primer to begin with. Just put that onto my skin. I've already put my moisturizer, my skincare routine, which consists of just washed it with a hydrating cleanser. I did actually put some rose water and glycerin. Yeah, I kind of went in it with my serum from Sable Labs, and then I went in with the moisturizer, the baobab moisturizer, and the L'Oreal sunscreen. Just giving myself some tackiness on my face, and I'm just going to prep my eyebrows quickly. This is the look that we're going for. So this is my before. Just using my Got To Be, and whilst that's drying off, I'm going to just go in with my foundations. I usually use my Studio Fix, so this is a MAC NC45, and my NARS Macau. So I'm using these two foundations. I'm just going to mix them up together. Something I've been doing really all my life. I need to really figure out what works for my skin, but for now I don't really want to invest in another foundation because I've got quite a lot. So I'm just trying to see what works with my skin now, like in terms of looks, and then I will go back. So I just want to cover some of my blemishes. Some of these blemishes are actually from like not this period just gone, but month before's period, and it's annoying because my skin was actually getting quite smooth and clear before, but you know, it is what it is. Coming back to the video that I saw, this is basically the video. So I'm just gonna blend out the concealer on my blemishes. So realistically, who are your enemies? Coming back to that video, who are your enemies? Like, to me, I always used to think that, you know, sometimes your enemies are people that absolutely hate you there and then. I'm gonna mix up my foundations. Was it like Pat McGrath that was doing like a makeup tutorial, and she was just like, if you spread out the makeup like this, it's one of these big makeup artists, spread out the makeup like this so that your face looks as natural as possible. So I'm just gonna go in subtly and blend that makeup out. Who are your enemies? Yeah, I always used to think that your enemies are like outwardly just gonna absolutely hate you, but sometimes I think that when you read in between the lines of that scripture, it doesn't necessarily mean it's people that hate you there and then. Like that video, it could be your friends. Don't take it personally. I think anyone that persecutes you, don't really take it personally. I always say to like my partner, not everyone is with a sound mind. So the times when you're having a conversation or you're having an interaction with someone and they don't receive it properly, especially like girls, sometimes we'll be on like our period and stuff, and like for me, I don't even know that I'm doing it. My partner says that I get a bit eggy when it's my period, but I personally don't even see it at all. I'm so grateful that somebody can be so understanding and think, okay, you know, she's going through her own thing. And obviously, if I realise what I've done, I'll always apologise. But I think the key takeaway is just not to take anything personally. When it comes to like friendships, oh, you really need to work towards friendships. They're like any relationship. There's been multiple scenarios where a girl would just cut off their friends just because, I don't know, she didn't respond to to an Instagram video that she posted or something. And it gets petty like that, but I think you just have to give each other some grace. So can you see how my blemishes have been covered? I'm just going to use a wet sponge to kind of blend that all out, give it that matte look. These days, you know what, it's not easy to find friends at all, especially friends that like that absolutely will ride or die for you. And I saw on the comments someone was like, you guys are making too much noise. What if she just wanted to be on her own? The thing is, if she wanted to be on her own and then she made it known, then it's okay. But it seemed like she wasn't, because when they did get there, apparently she just ignored them. And when they finally figured out a way of getting into the house, she tried to lock herself in. To be honest, everyone is really fighting a battle you have no idea about. Nice and blended, I would say. This is an Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray. Contour with my curve case using that beauty blender. Go up on my cheekbone. I'm just going to build that product up until I feel like stiffing. I actually used to contour from here, but I saw another person do it this way, where they kind of do it just higher, and it just gives you that almost like a facelift. This is actually quite dark on its own. As I'm building it up, it will show up darker on my skin, but I kind of like that because I don't want too much. I've only probably seen one makeup artist, but I'm kind of a control freak because I really don't want things to go wrong on my wedding day. If somebody can't do what I've asked them to do, I mean, that's it then. You don't need to do it. So what does doing good to people that hate you look like? I think you have to kind of be passive to some extent. Like, you have to really just ignore what exactly is grace to you. If you were to do something to someone that you didn't mean, exactly what would that be? Would it be them sending you a phone call? Everything in moderation. For the blush, this, I'm just gonna, what does it look like? Has a lot to do with forgiveness, your own self and other people. I need to get a matching blush because I really like how this is coming out. The pink. Just another little beauty blender. I've wet already. I'm just gonna blend that in. Radiant Creamy Concealer to highlight. I've done my under eyes, chin area, under my nose and the middle of my forehead. I'm gonna leave that on for a minute actually. The truth is, you need to give your friend more grace so you can get to the truth. I am a bit sick today. That's why I am breathing heavily. I sound like flu or something. That's accurate. Contour my nose using that same palette. I'm going to set all of the highlighters with my Huda Beauty Blondie. The areas underneath my eyes. Anywhere where I've got creases, like my laugh lines, can you see? I really need to shave my mustache. Set my face. I'm gonna contour using my Revolution bronzer in the shade medium. Just want to subtly contour my nose. I don't want it to be too harsh. I'm using a small kabuki brush. This is my goodness. Just gonna blend that out. I turned off and switched off the mirror like so many times that it's just now coming on and off, on and off. Oh my goodness. Blending the contour. Thank goodness that stopped flickering like that. So annoying. That was like 10 minutes. Basically blending it where any harsh lines anyway. I'm just gonna try and fix those up. I like this little one because at least you've got more control. Going in with my highlights from Made by Mitchell, and I'm just going to put Solar on the parts that I've highlighted. Just a little bit here. Use the powder brush again with no product on it. Just blend everything together. The more that I live my life, and especially the more that I'm on this faith journey, gosh, I'm praying that people would forgive me and give me grace for some of the things that I did out of anger or how I was feeling at the time, because really and truly I was such a broken person. Take things a day at a time, and even for me, I need to just give a lot of people grace as well. Like, actually there's not that many people, because I think I have forgiven the majority. I've just not forgotten, which is so difficult to do. Huda Beauty Easy Bake in Cherry Blossom. I love how this looks. You know, there's this pink one and there's also a purple one, but I much prefer the pink. See that pinkish hue? Really subtle. Obviously it's a new powder, it's not like a blush. Look like Mufasa.
Yeah, that's Mufasa.
Dark eyeshadow, and this is just the Revolution palette, darkest shade. I've been doing my eyebrows like this for years. This is what I know. No matter how many years I do this, there's just that one side that just misbehaves. Clean up the eyebrow. Now I am going to go in with a similar shade to my skin. Estee Lauder Double Wear 5N in Deep Neutral. I'm just going to prime my lid using the Revolution Internal Icon palette and eyeshadow base. This is number 1. I'm just going to put that on my lid. Some setting powder side of my eyes, just in case anything drops. I'm using the Reloaded Pro Evocative in the shade 5. This shade here, my camera just cut off, unbelievable. But yeah, I just basically blended the eyeshadow. I'm just adding some eyeliner to my lid. I got these Wispy eyelashes, like from Primark actually. Just using the Duo Glue mascara whilst that gets a bit tacky. Very cute. Just add a bit more color to my face, that Revolution. Fenty Beauty Mo Honey. I'm just going to highlight above my cheekbone. Concealer to my lip. I'm just going to use this YSL shade. Yes, this is better. Final look. What do you think? I personally like it, however, I don't think this is my bridal. I feel like there's just so much going on, especially my eyes. I think I would like something a bit more subtle, almost a no makeup look, but still a full beat. I love how the coverage is. I mean, everything's lovely. I love the highlights. I think just toning this down a bit. Yeah, what do you guys think? I wouldn't wear this for my wedding. I think I would wear this maybe my traditional or Hindu's. Yeah, this is still cute, but I think I just need to tone it down. Maybe I need to wear a white dress, but today I'm so tired. I'm feeling really sicky. So I'm going to take this down because I just want to do the video for that. So these are my pin-up curls, but this is like my sleeping hairstyle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down, and if you're interested in that video, stay tuned and you can just watch it. It's the next video. And stay blessed, guys. Yours faithfully, Monde.